Hey, what is up everyone? Pastor JAMZ here, back with another review, and another classic review. A classic that was released back in 2017. Sorry I have not been uploading. I know these uploads have been really stretched out, but I'm just really trying to figure it all together. That Kendrick Lamar album really drained me. Kind of put a big halt in my schedule, and just after that, I was not prepared to listen to anything new, and all these new albums are really long as well, so just give me some time and they will eventually come out. But for now, I think I'll do a classic segment and maybe another different video right before I get into all the new albums that have been coming out. I've been excited for them. It's just since they're so bulky, it's just gonna be taking some time to get to them after that heap of an album of the Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. By Kendrick Lamar. Anyways, this classic album that released back in 2017, in my eyes, is a classic, and I'm going to be doing a review of it today, is Cigarettes After Sex, a self-titled album. The band formed back in 2012, but with Greg being from El Paso, Texas, lead vocalist and guitarist. And then you have Randall Miller, who is the bassist, and Jacob Tomsky, who is the drummer. They did have Philip Tubbs, I believe that's his last name, who was the synthesizer. But now, every now and then, Greg will switch between guitar and synthesizer. So now it's just the three of them. But when they released this album back in 2017, I thought it was really interesting the way they presented themselves and how what Greg had really envisioned for the album and for what he had in his music. For the band's first album, I mean, you can't really go wrong with what I mean. A band's got to take its chances, and that's kind of a weird thing to say, given that this album doesn't really go out of its way to become something that's so extravagant and weird and new. It actually follows something really mellow. 47 minutes and 10 tracks. You can't go wrong with such beautiful poetry and art that Greg and the guys present throughout the album. Of course, you have their classic songs like K, which is initially what put them on the board, and then Apocalypse is the other track that is the song that they're mostly known for. Production-wise, each song essentially really sounds similar to one another, but they're only a group of three now. At the time, they're a group of four, but you only have a synthesizer, a bass, minor drums, and a guitar and lead vocalist. That's really all you need for a band, and they don't really try to go all crazy, or even they don't even try to provide anything super out there in terms of ambience and sound. Or like, yeah, everything's really calm, smooth, and forthgoing throughout the entire album. You're not really gonna hear something way too out of their tone or way like a whole U-turn in terms of production. Everything from start to finish is really smooth, really calm, mellow, and honestly very beautiful. You'll have maybe one or two songs like Young and Dumb that kind of tries to go a little bit more jumpy, but not really, because the whole album is pretty sweet for the most part. I think that's funny given that one of the tracks is called Sweet, but that's really what it is. It's more like a ear candy type thing, and the way that Greg and the team can present such a beautiful sound with so much similarities and so simple yet effective, it's amazing how much that they can really flesh that out and have it not get boring or stale at all. Each track, although they do sound similar and it's quite simple, it does have its own tone, and you really get it from Greg when he presents his vocals and the lyrics. Uh, of course, the album does explore more of like these past relationships that Greg has gone through, maybe things that he finds attractive in women, not physically, so to speak, but maybe personality wise, things that people might find toxic in a way, but maybe he kind of likes it. It's strange to hear this type of album in a sense if you are like, if you've maybe you yourself are into any of these things, or he also discusses things that he has fallen for the wrong type of girls, but he is like a no, he's known for that or anything like that. He also discusses even even in the in I believe in the track Sunsetz, he kind of discusses this memory he has with a girl at the playground, and it's pretty interesting, given that Greg has such soft vocals, and he really comes through with portraying such beautiful poetry. Although the lyrics are not the most extravagant, they are very beautiful and put together in a poetic sense. That I think that the whole album is kind of, well, not kind of. The whole album is really enjoyable from start to finish if you are looking for some poetry, something really more mellowed out, calm, and some an easy listen. Maybe if you're reading a book, or if it's raining outside, maybe a nice walk in the park. You can't really go wrong with this album. That's why I'm giving it a classic 9 out of 10. Uh, Although I would say that the production is more simplistic, it is really fleshed out quite well in a way that it's not boring at all. And Greg's amazing poetry, the way that the team really executed this whole thing, it's amazing what Cigarettes After Sex established for themselves in 2017. The band, self-titled album back in 2017, their first album, classic 9 out of 10. Let me know what y'all think. Link will be in the description down below if you want to check it out, which I highly recommend. I'll be uploading more soon, since now I am on summer vacation, and I'll be coming through with those new albums that I've been excited about. Make sure you all share with a friend, like, and subscribe. Peace, and stay safe.